Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today I wanted us to learn how we can install Postman client on our Linux distribution. So to get started, search for Postman on your search engine. Then on the results, click on the link that points to postman.com. And then on this page, right here, you'll see the link to download the client for the various operating system. So if you're using any distribution of Linux, this is your option. So for us, you're using Ubuntu, we'll click on this link. It will open for us this particular page. Wait until the page loads. If the selected operating system is not Linux, if you're using Linux, or it's not Windows, if you're using Windows, just come down here. It will give you the links to other operating systems like Windows and Mac. So for our case, we are using Ubuntu. We'll click on this button to download Postman. Then you'll see these two options. So to know if your operating system is a 64-bit or a 32-bit, just go to your settings by clicking on this caret icon on the top right. Then from your settings, just search for About, click on it. And from this page, scroll downwards until you see this section that describes the type of operating system. For our case, it's a 64-bit operating system. You can close the settings window and then click on the appropriate type of operating system you are using. Then wait for a little bit. Postman will start downloading. Once your file downloads completely, navigate to where your files are saved. For our case, our files are saved under the downloads folder. As you can see, our Postman file is right here. So the next thing is to extract our Postman files. If you're using Ubuntu, just double click on this archive file. If you're using another version of Linux, look for a tool to extract this file. Then for this tutorial, we'll extract these files in our home directory, and that way it will be easier to find them, but you can save this file whenever you want. So we'll click on this folder since this is the one we are extracting, and then we'll click on extract, and then it will open for us this dialog box. Let's navigate to our home folder, click on extract. So we will wait until the archive manager completely extracts our files. You can click on show the files to navigate to where our files are saved, or you can just close the archive manager and then navigate to our home directory where we extracted our files, and then look for our Postman directory, which is this one. So if you open our Postman directory, there is the app folder, which contains the resources that run the Postman application. And then here we have the files folder, and also we have the Postman shortcut. So this file links to this executable file of Postman that is found within this folder. So to be able to launch Postman on our machine, you can either double click on this icon like that, then it will run Postman for you. Or there is another option in which you can create a launcher icon for our Postman. So to do that, so open your terminal in this folder by just right clicking on an empty space like that, and then click open in terminal. Make sure you open another tab of the terminal. In Ubuntu, just click on this plus icon or press Ctrl-Shift-T. In this other tab, navigate to this location, local, share, applications. Once you are in this folder, make sure you've installed Vim by running this command to edit the file, the desktop launcher file that we'll create for our Postman. The next step is to create a desktop launcher icon for Postman in this folder. So we'll just say vi.desktop like that. So make sure the file name you choose ends with this extension .desktop so that we create a launcher icon. Press enter to start editing. Then copy the text that I shared in the video description. You'll find a link that leads you to the text that we are about to paste in here. So copy the text and then paste in this file. Then this is the text that we are going to edit. We'll call our application Postman. So for the executable path, we'll go back to where we installed our Postman. Remember, we opened our terminal in this directory in this first tab. Then we'll navigate into the app folder. And in the app folder, we'll just list the files. So remember, this is the file that we want to point to in our launcher icon. This is the Postman executable. So there are two of them. There is the lowercase one and then the uppercase one. So make sure you use the uppercase one. So we'll get the absolute path to this folder by running pwd command, and then copy this path, then come to your exec directive and then add this path like that. Then make sure at the end we add the correct name. So remember, this is the name that we should use, the one with a capital P. Copy it, or you can just type it right there. And then for the icon, remember our Postman icon is stored under resources. So we'll just go into the resources, and then up, and then we'll go into the assets folder. And then if we are less in there, you'll see there is an icon PNG. So just get the absolute path of the location of this icon. So make sure you navigate into this folder, and then get the absolute path to this folder by running pwd again. Copy this path, go to your file, and then for the icon, we'll replace our icon with the correct path that we just copied. And then at the end, we'll add the correct icon name, which is icon.png. Then once you set our icon, for terminal, we'll leave it as default, false. Then for type, we'll leave it as an application. And for MIME type, make sure you delete the whole of this value that is set in here, and then replace it with the following: xscheme handler /tg. Then startup notify, leave it as true. Then for categories, make sure you leave only network followed by the semicolon. For keywords, we can use Postman, web, client, then followed by internet. So we can leave those like that. Get rid of the other lines up to the bottom. We are not defining any extra actions. Then make sure at the end of this file, you insert this text like that. So if we go into our menu, we can search for Postman. It will bring Postman on our menu, and then we can click on it to open our Postman application. So thank you again for watching. That's how you install a Postman client on your Ubuntu desktop, and then that's how you create an icon for it. If you like this video, remember to click on the like button and also subscribe. See you soon.